Welcome, Earthly Souls, to my channel, Earthly Soul Tarot. My name is Daniel, and thank you guys so much for joining me for this collective reading today. Guys, we're going to jump in and see what messages your angels, your spirit guides, universe wants to tell you at the time you are viewing this reading, my loves. Like always, we're going to pull that oracle card first, and this is going to be the general energy of your reading today. General energy that maybe you are exuding right now. So let's go ahead and ask our angels, our spirit guides, our ancestors, whatever higher power is watching over us, what messages need to be heard from the collective today, spirit. And I hope you guys are having an amazing week so far, my loves. It's cold, 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 even here in Florida. Oh my gosh. I know us Floridians are suffering right now. But my loves, do feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like. Go find me on TikTok, Earthly Soul Tarot. I post daily readings on there as well. All right, Spirit, thank you. And the overall energy for your reading today, my loves, is going to be forgiveness. Now, this could be the overall energy for the reading. It could also just be your overall energy at the moment. Maybe there's something that has, happened in your life with someone that it's calling you to forgive, or maybe the roles have been reversed. Maybe you're asking somebody for forgiveness. Maybe you're forgiving yourself for something, maybe a mistake that you feel like you've made. Regardless of what it is, we're gonna dive deeper in with the tarot and see what this energy could be about, my loves. Let's see. Forgiveness. The Queen of Pentacles wants to pop up there. Queen of Pentacles. Whoa. And the Four of Swords. Very interesting. I feel like, and I wanted to say, when the Queen of Pentacles popped up, I wanted to say, I feel like someone's being a little bit stubborn, but I didn't really want to say it. And that's funny because I feel like that in itself is stubborn energy. It's like, you want to say something, why don't you just say it? You know what I mean? With the Four of Swords, someone is really holding back from saying something. This could be your energy. It could be someone else's. Queen of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it's like, or whoever this energy is, they know what to do. They know what they have to say, but there's something where it's like they can't quite come across, like they can't quite get it. Okay, someone's really, really overthinking something and not taking action. Let's see, spirit guides. Is this our energy? The Seven of Cups. Why is the Seven of Cups here? I think some of you are having a little bit of trouble forgiving someone for something that they did. I think the Three of Wands. I feel like a lot of you placed a lot of expectations on someone in your life. And I'm not saying that it's your fault that things, because I feel like something here didn't work out for you and someone else. And I'm not saying it's your fault and that, you placed too many expectations on them. But at the same time, it's like you had your hopes up and this person didn't really quite, play the part that you thought they should play. See how the Seven of Cups, this person's kind of like holding a mask. But at the same time, they're trying to balance all these things. It's like they're not really playing the part that you want them to. They're more so like trying to play the part while also tackling their own stuff. The Three of Wands, I feel like there was a lot of planning between you and this person. Ace of Wands coming in to confirm that. This could have been a romantic relationship from the past, okay? Maybe you're still with this person, with this energy. I don't know. You could still very much be with this person. For some of you, this is definitely going to be like a relationship reading, okay? You're having some issues in your relationship for sure. Temperance. There could be issues with, pouring into each other. There could be issues with patience. Again, and there's like a big theme of forgiveness here. And I feel like it has to do with you not being able to forgive someone. The Well, yeah. It's like you're finding it very difficult to move on from something that happened here, okay? Now, I don't know if this person maybe did something to you or maybe it's just the fact that, again, they're just not playing a certain part you want them to play. Maybe you expected them to do something for you and they didn't. But there's something here, and it's very emotional. So I don't feel like this person necessarily physically did something. I feel like it's more about what they didn't do. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Spirits, can we get a little bit of clarification? The Eight of Swords. I feel like a lot of you don't really feel safe, okay? Don't feel safe in this connection, in this relationship. And I'm not sure why, but like I said, this is a very emotional, mental thing. I'm not trying to downplay your feelings at all, collective. I'm not trying to say that, you know, you're crazy or anything like that, because you're not. Your feelings are very valid. But I feel like there's something here where it's like you're almost making the situation worse by overthinking. It's like you're again, like you're placing these expectations on this person that shouldn't be there in the first place, right? And of course, you know, issues in relationships can always be due to both parties. It's not just this person, it's not just you, you know, but there's something here that you could be doing better. And not just you, but you as a unit, this relationship in general, if this is a relationship, there's something that can be done in a better way, okay? Because I feel like your communication could be off here. You got the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is insane. Again, there's like an overall sense of feeling disappointed or feeling unsafe and not satisfied in this relationship. It's funny how I'm laying the cards backwards. I usually don't do that. That's quite interesting. I don't know why I'm doing that. For some of you, this could be an issue that you already overcame. Maybe this is in the past. As always, these collective readings are timeless, so it doesn't really matter. The timing doesn't matter. Let's see what else we can get here from your energy. The Artist is popping up here. And this is just like a bonus card in this tarot deck, the Artist. Now, when I see this card, I think about... usually I think about creation, but right now what's funny is that I'm kind of reading this card as like you're painting situations that aren't really there, which is very interesting because I never read that card like that. But it's something here about like creativity kind of, you know, your creativity, what's the message here, Spirit? Creativity is actually blocking you from noticing what your reality actually is, from what your reality actually looks like. And again, collective, I'm not trying to downplay your feelings at all. I'm the first person to say, like, you're not crazy, okay? Like, you're not crazy. It's not that, you know, you're being delusional. That's not what I'm trying to say. But there are things that you could be, you know, doing differently to cope with these feelings of unsatisfaction. Is that a word? Dissatisfaction? And it has a lot to do with your communication, my loves. The Four of Wands, I feel like a lot of you, this is a romantic relationship, could even be a marriage. I'm getting a heavy marriage with this reading. Like, this is a very heavy, like, long-term, very deeply rooted issue here. It's not, you have not been with this person for a small amount of time at all. The Ace of Swords is coming in here, and Swords is huge on communication. There has to be a change in the way that you and this person communicate, collective. There just simply has to. And your guides are trying to let you know this because I feel like this has been a long time coming. The Six of Pentacles, and you know what? Your guides are ready to help you with this new journey, okay? They're ready to see you and your person communicate in a healthy way. Okay, I'm almost seeing this as like you and your person, and like your guides are here and they're ready to mediate. You know what I mean? They're ready to make sure that you are both communicating clearly and understanding each other rather than, you know, arguing or, you know, getting upset. Yeah, the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck as well. Emotional maturity. And then you had a card fall on the floor and it was a star. And like I said, collective, I feel like the energy that we started off this reading with was the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. And remember what I said about someone's being stubborn? I feel like that's you, collective. I'm not trying to call you out, but I feel like you are being stubborn. You are not telling the truth about something. You're not expressing yourself the way that you deserve to. And I don't know, and again, it's because you don't feel safe in this relationship. Now, the problem is, why don't you feel safe in this relationship to do that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Spirit guides, why are we not feeling safe to express ourselves? I'm sorry, my loves. I got interrupted there for a second. But we were asking your guides why exactly we don't feel safe enough to express ourselves. There has to be a reason why you don't feel safe with this person. Spirit guides, can you give us some insight? The Six of Swords. Which is funny because the Six of Swords is a card of finally reaching safety. I feel like... Okay, let me see. Let me pull one more card for clarification. Judgment. Wow, okay. You could be someone that's literally that. Maybe you're afraid of judgment. Maybe you don't feel safe with this person because of traumas that you have. I don't think it has anything to do with the person at all, collective. I think this has everything to do with you and the way that you view yourself. Because of Six of Swords, it's funny because it came out as like a card of reassurance. It's like you actually don't have anything to feel unsafe about. You're living in the energy of the Six of Swords. You've already overcome like the hard part. You know what I mean? And then Judgment came out and kind of cleared that for you as well. I think you're being hard on yourself, collective. And I feel like you are placing your own negative beliefs about yourself onto your partner and seeing that as their negative beliefs. When in fact, that's, oh my God, the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. That's a big fat lie, collective. That is a huge fat lie. So again, what did I say, you guys? This was a mental thing. And I'm not saying, again, not downplaying your feelings, but your feelings are tricking you sometimes, collective. I feel like your feelings are telling you things that aren't true. And again, I feel like this has been a coping mechanism of yours. Maybe this is something you've developed from childhood that you just never really thought about or never thought to get rid of, right? The Page of Pentacles. But I feel like your guides are wanting you to realize this right now in order for you to start looking at potentially making a change. Three of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Make a change and heal your heart. Because if you don't heal, collective, you're never going to feel safe in your personal relationships. Maybe this isn't even a reading about love at all. Maybe this has nothing to do with your relationship. You know what I mean? Maybe this has all to do with your traumas. And again, forgiving yourself, collective. This is crazy. Or forgiving those who maybe gave you these traumas to begin with, you know, from childhood, whether it be your mother, your father, your family, anyone, whoever it was. Because these traumas are starting to bleed into your relationships now. And these relationships are ones that they're good relationships. You know what I mean? The Six of Swords here, like this is a healthy relationship. This person, I don't see anything wrong with the relationship itself. I think you just have to go through some you know, realizations here and do some shadow work is what I'm seeing. Spirit guides, thank you. The Four of Wands popping up again. What did I say? This is a healthy relationship. There is balance in the relationship for sure. You're starting to notice how your coping mechanisms aren't really working anymore. And because of that, you're not feeling safe because you're starting to call yourself out. And the energies around you are starting to call you out as well. And so now there's some work to be done here with that Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're about to embark on a new journey that has to do with self-love, healing, and finding better ways of coping, my loves, because we could all use that, right? Like we could all use some good coping mechanisms. I feel like now is the time to start healthy habits and start healthy thought patterns about ourselves as well. Because it's not always about our habits, it's about our thoughts. Let's see. Spirit guys, do you have any advice for the collective at the time? What am I saying? You have to do some shadow work for sure, my loves. This Death card is giving me a huge energy of just like ending a bad cycle and starting a new one. And maybe not ending a bad cycle. Not that the cycle was bad. This cycle had to happen the way that it did in order for you to come to this realization. But now you are closing that cycle and entering a new one where you are actually aware this time of what it is you're supposed to be working towards. And because you're going through this major, spiritual death, this this ending, you're about to enter a rebirth and a complete new a complete a complete new beginning, all right? With new perspectives, new ways of speaking, new ways of thinking, and new ways of doing as well. And in turn, that's going to help you heal your relationship and actually communicate in a healthy way with your person. And again, relationship or not, this could apply to anything, my loves. This could apply to a friendship. This could apply to you and your career. This could apply to anything, really. So it's not really a love relationship. It's not really a relationship reading per se, unless it is for you. The Hanged Man is coming up here, as well as the Empress. I feel like there are going to be lots of moments in this new journey, collective, where you feel as if there's no progress being done, but your guides are wanting to come in with that Empress and tell you that is false. There is progress being done. Remember, it takes 9 months for a baby to actually develop in a womb before it actually comes out into the world, right? And those 9 months can be quite taxing, okay? Obviously, I've never gone through that. But you know what I mean? I know that it's not an easy journey. Those 9 months they can be painful. They can be very emotional. They can be very confusing. Not to mention tiring, okay? And there are going to be days where you're just going to want to hang around and not do much. And that's completely okay. In those moments, try not to get discouraged and try not to downplay the work that you've already done, okay? Because you've already taken the first step of realizing that something is not right or something's not serving you anymore, and going through that death and entering that rebirth. Because remember, you enter these cycles consciously, okay? We can choose to stay where we are, but I don't feel like you're going to choose that, collective, because I know deep down that you want to grow. You want to progress in your life, in your relationship, and within yourself, We all want that. We all want to become better versions of ourselves. And so just you making that decision alone is a huge step that you should not downplay at all, okay, my loves? So remember, whenever you feel like the Hanged Man energy, you just want to give up or just wait for something to happen, remember that you are the Empress, my love. You are not the Hanged Man. You are the Empress, and you have planted a seed and you are busy watering it. And some days it's going to rain and it's going to be easy. Some days there's going to be a drought and you're going to have to water the seed yourself. You know what I mean? Queen of Cups, and this time it's not in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Isn't that so funny? Very funny. Let's see. 7 of Wands is coming up here. And this is you working hard, okay? Working hard for what you deserve, which is self-love, my love. You deserve to love yourself, and you deserve to feel seen. You also deserve to feel safe, okay? And not just within yourself, but within your personal relationships, within your career. You deserve to feel safe. That is like the number one thing that everyone should feel is safe, all right? And so make sure you're standing up for yourself too, okay? And by standing up for yourself, I mean speaking up, okay? And also forgiving yourself, my love, because this forgiveness card hasn't gone away. This energy is still here. There's a huge energy of forgiveness that is kind of like supporting this entire reading, and I can feel it really strongly. But yeah, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, forgiving whoever may have caused you to act the way you do now. Remember, we're adults now. We can choose to realize that and let go and forgive, and just, again, you don't have to forgive and forget. You don't have to forgive and reconnect. You can forgive and just let it go and move on with your life in a healthy manner. You know what I mean? There's always a healthy way to do things, my loves. But yeah, I'm going to leave the reading at that. And we're going to pull an oracle card. We always do this at the end of readings. And this is going to be an energy that your spirit guides want you to focus on right now. And this has to do with whatever it is you're trying to achieve right now. So this is an energy that your guides want you to focus on / meditate on, okay? Something that's just going to help you with this energy in general, my loves. Let's see what message that is, Spirit. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit. Intuition is coming up for you, my love. So maybe within these next few days, while you're going through this new transformation and you're going through this self-love journey and self-healing journey, try to work on your intuition, because I feel like a lot of you have a very strong psychic gifts. Again, we all have psychic gifts, but some of us, some people may just be more natural or naturally good at certain psychic gifts. I feel like there's a message here that your spirit guides are wanting to communicate with you, and that's gonna really help you excel within this new self-love journey that you're about to embark on. Okay, so there's something here about your guides wanting to reach out and communicate with you, and in order for you to do that, they want you to practice trusting your intuition, whether that be through meditation or that be through writing or doing something that puts you in that, like, in that connectedness energy with your guides. But there's definitely something here that they want you to see, or they want you to talk to them about. Okay, so if you're someone that has been wanting to get into meditation more, this is your sign that now is the perfect time to do that. Okay, and definitely trust your intuition more, okay, my loves, and try not to doubt yourself as much as you may have in the past. All right, I love you guys so much. That is the ending of this reading. I hope this reading resonated. I hope it helped. I hope it was really insightful for you guys. I feel like this was a really insightful reading. And yeah, my loves, stay safe. I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next reading. Okay, goodbye.